Yeah, she's trying to. I was really close. She just zoomed down. And this was, she wrote, she likes to do that. She likes to do that. She didn't write it down. I was ready. Yeah, right. Oh my gosh, she's bumpy, right? A bump lip. Put it on the radar. Yeah. I mean, the nice thing yes. For the crowds, you don't know. Yeah.
You're gonna come in the office. It's 998 years old.
Yeah, because I didn't make that.
Hi ladies who are watching, we're just passing out some documents and handing out currency. We'll be getting started shortly, so hang on. Well, nice to see you. You can see me, I can't see you. I'm Sherry, and we'll get started shortly. Thanks.
And you can take care of your pocket.
Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. You probably have yours. Yeah, I have mine in my wallet. No, I'm still mine. Ellen doesn't have hers. Yeah. Do you want to write? Yes, do you want to do that? I know why that. Figure out well, we have to buy our piece of jewelry if we can find something, right? Or a leather jacket, one or the other. A leather jacket or a leather jacket.
You're taking her stuff. Nope.
What's here?
I have a little system, I'm standing here.
Yeah, I didn't know it.
That guy, the nurses
to the office, right?
I don't know what that was, but there's
Yes.
also. It was violent. No.
That's your purse. You're in the front.
Yeah, that's really.
Yes.
Once it's out, it's but then it's
Well, you sleep in, so you're ready.
Ready in 2 seconds.
And we're just about ready to start. Sorry for the delay again and the frozen screen.
And if we're all there, they are, everybody got there early. We have to do that.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for being patient while we're moving into the room. Okay, so we're going to real quick go over the itinerary and then general information, and then if you have any questions, just let me know, okay? So everybody has a packet. For those of you that are not here, that either live out of state or you couldn't make it tonight, if you're local, you can pick your packet up ahead of time in our office during our office hours, which is Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And if you're out of state, I will bring them with me to the airport to give them to you. So basically, it's a pouch. If you open up the pouch, this is an adapter. Okay. Travel House bag tag, please put on your checked bag. Okay. And then there's a luggage strap if you want to wrap it around your luggage so you can tell it easily from other people. Okay. This thing on the side is a poncho, which of course you are not going to need.
Wait, we're going to Ireland.
Okay, so that is that. Okay, everybody should have this itinerary. It's from our Access Travel app. I sent them to everybody's email around 4:30 this afternoon. If you did not get it, please look in your spam or junk folder. It will come from Access, AXUS, okay? There's directions on how to download it to your phone, so you can keep it on your phone, and everything in here is actually on your phone. The general information I'm going to go over is an attachment in that document under Documents, so you can find that there, because we do not print these, okay? If you have problems or you did not get the access, give the office a call tomorrow, and either Sherry or I can help you, okay? So first, we're going to kind of go over the general itinerary, and then we will do general information. The first page is kind of just a recap. Then we get into, bring your passport. You might want to leave a copy of your passport at home. I do believe I have copies of everybody's passport, just in case it's lost or stolen. But you might want to print a copy and either leave one with family members or take it with you. Just don't put it inside your passport. Keep it in a separate location. If there is an emergency, we have a new phone system that we put in. So the phone number, you would call 215-723-8689. It is not answered live. Leave a message because it immediately sends an email with whatever you leave to my phone. so we will get it. But please leave a detailed message, what's going on, what's happening, and all that. If you're calling that while we are traveling, I'm out and about on the tours with you guys every day, so unless I'm attached to Wi-Fi, I'm not going to get it. Though if somebody's missing, the first thing I'm going to do is turn on my phone. So if you have an emergency, do call that number, okay? Baggage. So as always, you're allowed to have one normal size bag, okay? A check bag is included, it's not additional, okay? It has to be under 50 pounds and 62 linear inches or smaller. Linear inches is length plus width plus height. Your other bag has to be like a backpack or one of those very small wheeled bag like the flight attendants do. Do not make it another small, there's no room for it on the bus, okay? So we ask that backpack and a regular size bag or one of those very small carry-ons. Here are links if you have questions about TSA, like what you can take on the plane and can't. You can go to the links and you can, type in, hey, I want to take this, and it'll bring up generally whether you can take it or not, okay? On the Access app, or it's an email that's originally sent to you, see on here, we have a tour participant list and contact information. So all you have to do is click on that link and it'll bring up a form and you can put whatever information you want in there if you want it shared with the group. We don't automatically include it because of privacy concerns, so this is your choice if you want it. You just have to do it by November 24th. So you can do it now, you can do it later. After November 24th, I'll send out to the entire group, everyone who provided whatever contact information they want to give, and we're good to go. Now, if you're calling me after the deadline or the email came out, it's too late. Because otherwise, everybody's going to be getting a million emails with updates from me, so one email will go out. Share your photos. So Sherry now has set us up with Google Photos. We're entering the Google world. So if you have questions, let her know. It's a shared album. You just have to click on the link. There's directions if you do not have a Google account. If you have questions, let Sherry know. But this is very easy. Put the Google app on your phone, and you can upload all your photos there. That way, everybody instantaneously sees everybody else's photos. So please take advantage of it and use it and share your photos with everyone.
You can even join it now. The album is out there. You can join, and then
There's nothing
if
there right now.
if I upload a group shot, you're gonna get a notification on your phone that says Sherry added a new photo, and you can just look and see what it is. And
So you don't need a Gmail account?
you don't. You can use your own email, and those steps that are written down there just say use a different email.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you have any questions on how it works or anything, again, just let Sherry know, okay? So what we're going to do, day one, departure from the US, okay? So we have the 3 pickups. So we have picking up King of Prussia is its own van, okay? Sue Spears is running that one for us. Sue, wave your hand. She'll be counting,
How many?
okay?
How many are?
Only 8,
8. Okay.
yeah, this is on here.
Sue, can you wave again for the people watching? That's Sue.
Okay, everybody else is gonna be on the Franconia bus. It's going to pick up at Franconia first at 12:45. Then we're going to Quakertown Park and Ride. We're assuming we're gonna be there around 1:15, and then we'll be going to Route 33 Park and Ride on our way to Newark Airport. And that's around 1:50. We ask everybody be at your location 10 to 15 minutes prior because we have to load the bags and everything on the bus, okay? If you're running late, please call and let somebody know, let me know. I have contact to Sue. If you're King of Prussia, just call, the emergency line. I'll be watching it. For Franconia Heritage, again, please don't park in their main lot. Park in the row of spots over next to Univest Bank so you're not taking for their restaurant customers. Okay? King of Prussia, you're leaving at 1:45. On your itinerary, you're going to see the times under the notes. You're going to see all the times for everybody. But up top, it says departing and arriving. The departing, I put everybody's what location you chose. If it's incorrect, please let me know. don't panic, everything's manually added in. There's a lot of you and they're all itinerary specific, so if there's a typo on there, please just let us know, but don't panic, it's probably right in all my paperwork, okay? So, but if anything's incorrect there, please let me know, okay? Then when we get to the airport, we're gonna make our way up to the gate. We're on United nonstop. We're gonna leave at 7:20 p.m. and arrive in Dublin at 7 a.m. In this section, you'll see your seat number. Again, an email went out. If you want to pay to upgrade your seats, you can do that depending on what type of seat you want. I think the extra legroom are $169 to $199 per person per way. The preferred, which are just a more preferable location, I'm thinking they were running like 31 to 50 or something like that, but you have the email. If so, just call the office. If you otherwise want to change your seat, there aren't any other seats available right now. So what I have is what I had for the group. So you can try and change it at the airport based on availability, okay? If you see here, next to your seat, if you gave me a frequent flyer number for United, it is on there. If you do not see it on there, or I didn't have it from past trips for you, or it's incorrect, please let us know or email us your United frequent flyer number. You can enroll and then send us the number, it's up to you. Under notes in that section, if you had a new traveler number, we put a note that it's been added. Again, if you have one that you haven't let us know, please send it over to me. Once we get in Dublin, we're going to meet in the baggage claim area after we all collected our bags, okay? So do not leave the baggage claim area, okay, until me and Sherry are ready to go. You can use the bathrooms along the way. Everybody has to get their way through customs, so please do not leave the baggage claim area. Once we're ready to go, we'll all leave the baggage claim area, and then we'll meet our driver guide. In Ireland, your driver is your guide. He's gonna be with us the entire trip, okay, doing all the optional tours. They're gonna do the hour-and-a-half drive from the airport into the center of Dublin, and then we're gonna do the City Hall tour, okay? And there's just general information in there of what the tour is. That night, we have our welcome dinner at Fish City, and then we'll go back to the hotel to sleep. Now, one thing, you're not going to see departure times like for the dinner and for each of the optional tours. I'm still waiting on that information. So when Sherry and I have it, we will email it out to the group. If they're not gonna give it to us ahead of time, because CIE is used to operating a little different, I'm going to ask them to put a sign in the lobby to update what time each of the tours are leaving and everything like that, like updated every day. But we will send you out an email before the trip, so watch for it, either times or how we're communicating that to the group, because I know everybody kind of does their own thing, okay? So if you don't hear from me by like 2 or 3 days before the trip, you might have missed an email, because I know some of them go to spam. Please call and ask. The hotels, the Europa Hotel, known as one of the most bombed hotels during the war, but it's been a long time favorite there. Across the street is also a pub, I think it's called the Crown Pub, and it's a very well-known pub where like dignitaries and all that would go and eat, so that's across the street. In the hotel, there is a bar, a restaurant, a piano bar. Breakfast is included every day. The hours, I believe, are like 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., so you can go down and help yourself whenever. If the rooms should have hair dryers, they should have in-room safes. You use your adapter, which we'll go over later. The next morning after we arrive, that's when our included half-day panoramic Belfast city tour is included. We're going to the Titanic experience. Now, that is an audio guide. So we'll get an audio, go through it on our own. Then after that, we're going to go over to the SS Nomadic. And then we're going to do, there's kind of a panoramic tour in between, but then we're going to end at C.S. Lewis Square with a little bit of free time to kind of walk around there and everything like that. And then back to the hotel. Or if you decide you're leaving the tour there, you wanna go off on your own, that's fine, you just have to let me or Sherry know, because we do a count, so we wanna make sure we're not missing anyone. Day 4 is when you either have the day at leisure or the optional Travel House, Giants Causeway, Bushmills Distillery, and Carrickweed Road Bridge. Again, we'll be letting you know what time we're leaving, either ahead of time or by a sign in the hotel lobby. So everybody will see day 4, day at leisure, our optional Travel House tour. If you're confirmed on that tour, right below it, you'll see full day Giants Causeway, meaning you're confirmed on that tour. If you have nothing underneath it, I did not have your name on that tour, okay? The following day, we will, I'm on the wrong page. The following day is Derry. Same situation, it's listed as day at leisure or optional, and then if you book the tour underneath it, it will say full day Derry excursion with Derry walking tour, including lunch, okay? So if for some reason you think you booked one of these and that's not on there, please let me know. The following day is our last day in Belfast. So November 11th is day at leisure, or that's the St. George's Market, which will go for a short time in the beginning, and then out to Glen Shane Farm to see the sheepdogs. When we get back that evening, and again, there's the generalization, and then right underneath it is the full day tour if you booked it. When we get back, our farewell dinner is that evening at Cross Keys Inn, and again, we'll be letting you know what time. That is, I believe, outside of the city, so it'll take a little bit of time to get there, not hours, but then we'll get back to the hotel. Now, I hate to tell you, our flight home, because it was the only flight I had chance, it leaves at 9 a.m. So we are going to be leaving the hotel very, very early. So I'm just warning you. I'm waiting to see, because obviously we'll be leaving before breakfast is open. I'm waiting to see if they'll put a coffee station or something out for us. We'll let everybody know, okay? Then we're going to the airport. If not, you'll have time when you get to Dublin Airport. You know, they'll have, hopefully they should have some places open. And hopefully the duty free is open. I'm not sure what time that opens. For Ireland, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 98% sure. With Ireland, you normally clear customs before you leave the country. So we should be doing customs in Ireland, and then when we get to Newark, we don't have to do it, okay?
That's how it was.
Normally Ireland's the one destination in international that you clear before you come back. I know Shannon you do, and I'm pretty sure Dublin you do too. One thing to keep in mind, if you're doing Glen Shane Country Farm or whatever, please do not mark on your customs form that you went to a farm. Okay? Do not, okay? Okay. So next we'll get on our nonstop flight back from Dublin to Newark. We leave at 9 a.m. We're gonna get back at 11:45 a.m. Again, your seats there, your frequent flyers there. There's a note if we had your known traveler. Once we get back, we're gonna, again, go get your bags, but please do not leave the baggage claim area again until we are there, because we have to get them to pull the bus around and everything like that. So wait for us again in baggage claim. And then the buses will come back to King of Prussia or the Franconia bus. It'll go Route 33, the reverse, Quakertown, and then Franconia. Okay. All tipping is included for the Travel House tours and meals. So our welcome dinner and our farewell dinner, you do not need to tip. And then if you're on any of our optional tours and then our included half-day tours, you do not need to tip. You do not need to tip your driver guide who's with us the entire time. It's all included, unless you really feel that you want to give something extra because you want to, okay? Travel insurance, if you took travel insurance, there's a note there with the emergency number. In your packet, if you took travel insurance, there's also a copy of your insurance policy that has the emergency number and everything on it. For those of you doing the Viator tours, there's not very many of you, so Linda and Susan really, your vouchers On the Access app, under Documents, your vouchers are there digitally, and also we've included paper copies in your pouch, so you should see them in there. If they're incorrect, let me know. Jean, Susan, you're for yours. Jean is the lead person for yours. So if the supplier is reaching out, they're gonna email to her email if they have a last minute change, cancellation, or anything. So tell Jean to watch her email, okay? Because I don't necessarily get it. Okay, so that's the general itinerary. So here's the general information you need to know. Here is just a recap with the emergency number and the pickup locations and time. You don't, so I'm gonna kind of read over it. That's gonna be in the documents section on your Access app, okay? Passport, just a reminder, maybe take a copy or leave a copy back. When you look on here, there's instructions how to download the travel app to your phone. Again, if you have any problems, let us know. Allow push notifications, because when I have the pickup times, if I get them ahead of time, instead of it being posted at the hotel, we'll add it to the app, and if you've allowed push notifications, it will automatically update the app times to reflect that. If you don't allow push notifications, it's not gonna get any updates. When you look at this, there's a section on mobile passport app, okay? Sometimes this is faster, sometimes it isn't, but you know what? We're clearing customs in Ireland, so you shouldn't need it. So, never mind, that's where we're arriving in Newark. There we go. Smart Traveler Enrollment Program. This is a government program where you register where you're going to be. It's always optional, but in today's world, when you've seen what has been happening, earthquakes, all that, what's been happening in Israel, sometimes it's better to enroll, so if there's a State Department issue, they know you're there, and they know how to reach you, okay? But it's entirely your choice. Bag tags, the Travel House bag tag is in there. We ask that you put it on your check bag because it's easier to see them coming off the conveyor belt. Buses, pickupping for the buses to the airport and then over in Ireland. Please leave the first row seats empty for me and Sherry because we need to be up front to talk to the guide if there's last minute changes. And then if anybody does get motion sick, let me know and we can try and get you out ahead of everybody else so you're sitting towards the front if that's a need. Okay, otherwise just kind of everybody take their turns in the front and all that, but please keep the first row empty. Announcements, we might make announcements during the trip saying, you know, the start time of this is going to be 9 a.m. So just listen in case we have an announcement. Foreign currency, everybody who ordered foreign currency, we will buy back anything you don't use, but it has to be bills, no coins, okay? So you just have to give it to me and then we'll mail you a check afterwards. We don't issue the checks on the spot because Susie's got it printed for me. ATMs are abundant. Keep in mind that you should have your PIN codes and everything like that. Check with your bank and let them know you're going to be out of country so they don't block it. You generally get your best exchange rates with credit card and ATMs. Now, one thing that was very interesting is be careful because sometimes Northern Ireland issues their own pounds, and I'm not sure how they look different from the normal British pounds, but a lot of, like if you're gonna save it and do it next time you're in UK or something like that, a lot of times they won't accept the Northern Ireland pounds. But everybody accepts the British pounds, so yeah. Optional sightseeing tours, if you're with us, you do not need any vouchers or anything like that. We know who is signed up on each of the tours. Via tour, if you need help getting to the starting location, just ask the front desk. They're normally more than helpful to get you to where you need to go. Again, credit and debit cards. A lot of credit card companies no longer make you tell them when you're out of country, but you might want to check on yours just to make sure. Make sure you have any PINs in case you're going to use your credit card as an ATM if it has that capability. Also, make sure your credit card does not have international transaction fees because otherwise you're going to get charged like 4% on everything you purchase. Baggage, this is just a recap. Medication, keep them in your carry-on Normally, you can use the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I've never had anybody stop anybody. You might want to get a copy of your prescriptions in case you have a problem, so you have it with you. I don't know how easy it would be to fill, but it's always something better to have than not have if there's something you very much need. Liquids and gels, anything 3 ounces or larger can go in your check bag. 3 ounces or less can go in one Ziploc size carry or Ziploc size bag. Don't overpack it, and then that would be your carry-on. You take it out as you're going through security. There's some suggested items to pack. Europe generally doesn't a lot of time have washcloths, so if you want something like that, you might want to take it with you. Earplugs. I love earplanes for the pressure going up and down the plane, on the planes. I think they help a lot. Make sure you have all your chargers and everything like that. Photos, again, we talked about the Google Photos. Time difference. Okay, so this is confusing. Hopefully I have it right. Ireland does daylight savings on October 29th. So at that point, they will be 4 hours ahead of us. We do daylight savings on November 5th. So coming home, we should be 5 hours. They should be 5 hours ahead of us. I think I calculated that correctly. So it's actually going to change while we are in Ireland. Temperature, about 50s high during the day and 42 at night. So it's going to be chilly, so layers are always best. Okay, comfortable shoes. Seats, the airline can change seats at any time and they don't tell us. It's a surprise when you show up. Frequent flyer and traveler we talked about. On board the plane, the flight over is 6 hours and 40 minutes. And they generally serve a dinner and continental breakfast. And then the flight home is 7 hours and 45 minutes. And normally they have the small screens at your seat. There are a lot of times there's a charge for Wi-Fi if you're streaming. Let's see here, hotel, the Hotel Europa. Breakfast is generally 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. or 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. depending what day of the week. Hotel check-in. By the time we arrive to the hotel, we should be able to check in. If we can't, they will hold your bags. It is what it is. They have to have time to clean the rooms from the people before. So, electrical current. Okay, so we all need an adapter, which is in here. Okay, so anything like normally most of your cell phones or chargers, you'll see that currency goes up to like 240, 230 volts. That's fine. If you have anything that's only US 110 volts, you are probably, depending what it is, going to need a converter. Sorry, I lost my words. Curling irons, generally you need a converter. The wattage is a lot higher. Okay, but anything, you just need the adapter as long as the currency on your appliance, which a lot of appliances now are dual core, they are multi-currency. It goes up to 240, you're fine. Cell phone, check with your provider, make sure you have coverage or add on an international plan so you're not getting roaming charges, which can be very expensive. You also, depending on your phone, you might want to ask them what you should turn on and off so you don't incur those extra charges. Internet, we have free internet at the hotel, and then they say it's pretty well available in many restaurants and cafes. So, travel apps, some of our favorites. Viber's one, but I think the one we use the most is WhatsApp. So if you do that, whenever you're on Wi-Fi, you can message or call via WhatsApp as long as the person you're doing back here also has WhatsApp on their phone. So we find that to be very, very useful. There's XE currency if you want that, so you can check on your phone how much it really is in US dollars when you're looking at buying something. For Ireland, the Value Cabs taxi app is there in case you want that. We also did a Translate Public Transport Journey Planner app just in case you're on your own and you wanted to look up something. And Belfast Go Explore 360 Virtual Reality app, which will kind of show some of the locations that we're going to and some places you may or may not want to see on your own. The rest of this, there's general information on taxi, public transportation. Health, water and food are safe to consume, though most people still use bottled water. Safety, it's pretty safe right now, though there have been some things. Just be vigilant, and always, whenever you're in Europe, be careful of pickpockets. So, tipping, is not really expected. I mean, I normally do 10%, but you might want to see if it is on your bill. A lot of times they add a service fee in. VAT taxes, if you buy something of a certain value, you can normally get the VAT tax form and then you turn it in at the airport usually, but the stores generally let you know if you're over the limit of what you need.
Can you repeat the name of the app for currency?
XE.
XE. Thank you.
What to wear, it is, again, layers. Take an umbrella. No, it's not gonna rain. Take an umbrella, you have the ponchos, comfortable shoes, maybe shoes that are a little waterproof just in case. Casual is fine, you don't need to dress up for anything. Dining, here, when you read this, there's some things listed here, things to try when you're in Ireland that are traditional, like Irish breakfast, if you're not eating at the hotel. A lot of times they call it Ulster fry, and it's a fried breakfast, sausage, bacon, black pudding, eggs, potato cakes, mushrooms, and beans. Then of course whiskey, soda bread, Irish stew, Irish oysters, all kinds of stuff, so you can read down that. Shopping guide, here are a couple things, just suggestions: Irish whiskey, Game of Thrones merchandise, Irish themed jewelry, knitwear, always the sweaters and all that kind of stuff. So, good traveler code, I'm just gonna read this one. Travel is unpredictable by nature. Though we work hard to anticipate any unwelcome surprises, it's not always possible due to the sheer number of variables involved in group travel. An understanding of this, as well as a good-natured attitude and a sense of humor, will make for an enjoyable experience for all. Okay, and then last, do's and don'ts. Don't forget to take along an umbrella, maybe a raincoat or something that'll repel water. Check out pubs with their music and all that kind of stuff. And try some soda bread is what they suggest. So that's kind of everything. You can read over that at your leisure. Again, it's attached to the app under the documents section. So, whew, that's everything. So what questions? Anybody?
They're having a little trouble hearing.
Okay.
Yes, this will be attached in your document section in the Access app that was emailed to you. So if you look for the document tab in Access, there's a link for this paper right here. So I hope that helps.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, why does it do that every time I...
And probably, yes. I can check in the office tomorrow. Are you okay
So in
with
case
that?
that froze while I was talking before, hopefully you can hear me now.
There's a lot
That
less
document
to do,
is
so it's
attached
easier.
in the
But
Access
if you wanna
app
switch to Frank,
that was
you probably
emailed to
have
you earlier today.
Well,
So there's a Documents tab. It might be on the top right if you, depending on your browser that you're using, or if you're iPhone or Android.
Okay, anybody else, any
And then
questions?
that's downloadable
Yes.
and printable.
the carry-ons.
Yes, yes.
Can it be a backpack with wheels though?
Yes, you know those little flight attendant ones? So as long as it's on the smaller that would like fit under a seat, there's not a lot of room. Just not another suitcase, small suitcase style carry-on. Perfect. Small duffel bag, perfect. Yes. Yep. And you're allowed a purse or a personal item, so. There are on the plane, but the bus only has so much space when you're loading it's always the buses that are the issue. Yeah. Anybody else? You all know it all. Yes.
You mentioned something about Jean, we signed up for 2 tours, I missed the beginning of what they were saying about.
So you had the Viator Tours, and you'll see 2 vouchers in your packet.
I did.
Okay, and Jean is the lead one, so if the suppliers have any last minute cancels, changes, they're gonna email Jean, and she's the contact.
Sorry, Michelle, that I'm unable to respond in chat for
Anybody
some
else?
reason from my phone. Great, you found
Well,
it.
then I guess we're good.
So,
If you have anything, I'm here
Yeah,
all
if you
night.
have any questions, call the office. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you all on November 6th. We're excited. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good night, ladies.
Like the mall is here, like